I'm not a pedophile. I just think your child's really cute. Welcome to episode 3 of the Extremely Low Budget podcast. My name is Alex, and then with us...
You have silly names for everyone.
I don't.
You're supposed to come up with something clever like I do.
Well, I didn't prepare for him.
You couldn't tell Kyle does either. They just sound like something he says off the top of his head anyways.
No, I prepare.
Do you have any for this one?
I don't. I didn't. All I was going to do this time was be like, joining me once again for the all episodes in order achievement is Derek and Alex. And first timer, Chris rolls up onto the scene. Chris, the man, the meme, the legend.
It's me. Hello.
So enthusiastic.
I was told to confirm that I am black. I want to get that out of the way as soon as possible.
So boys, we're talking about Venom.
We are.
And then it's the month of October, so we're taking it down to Spooktown with a 5-song Halloween playlist. We each made one apiece. We will talk about them.
Briefly.
The viewers will obviously use them at every party they go to from now on.
Oh yeah, I mean between the 4 of us, we got 20 songs.
Indeed.
Unless we have repeats.
That's true, we might.
Yeah.
And
So
then two
all we
people
can
have to
say
duke
for
it out
certain
who gets to keep it in their playlist.
is we have somewhere between 5 and 20 songs.
What if we all made the same exact playlist?
I would be very surprised with at least one of the songs I chose.
Yeah.
So we all just watched Venom. It's real fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a half hour old in our brains at this point. Was it a good movie?
Parts of it were.
I liked it overall.
In general, I'd say yes.
Okay. I liked some of it, but disliked most
All of it.
Okay.
I counted on... You could count every single time this guy shakes his head when he disapproves of something the movie did. And it was a lot. Like, it was like 14 by the time we got to the 30-minute point. So I just quit counting.
Well, I mean, we could just jump right in. Just start
could.
right at the beginning.
We'll go around the circle, and we'll say what worked, what didn't about the movie. And we'll go ahead and kick it off with Derek.
Oh,
Go
don't
ahead
start with me.
And kick it off with Chris.
Hey, it's your boy. I'd say one thing that didn't really work for me is the tone felt pretty inconsistent. At the very beginning of the movie, it felt pretty serious in almost like horror movie like the way it moved through everything. And then as soon as like the symbiote actually showed up, the movie got more and more like silly feeling and campy feeling up until like the very end. Another thing that I felt didn't really work for me was like the just like the big ending fight thing where 2 CGI things fighting each other.
Yeah,
and, like it got real. Like it wasn't like shaky cam, but something about like the imagery was.
You could hardly tell what was happening.
there were parts of it that I thought were cool, but there were other parts that I was like, oh, it's so dark.
I think that you just don't know what it's like when 2 symbiotes fight.
Yeah,
It's hard to get a camera up.
yeah, and then there was like that explosion there when you were in the flame, and I was like, wow, I really feel like I'm in there because I can't see anything. And I also don't want to look around.
So what worked?
I feel like Tom Hardy did a pretty good job. I feel like it'd be hard to make like a character that's fun to watch while they're trying to like act through this, but he seemed like he was disorientated the entire time, and I'm like, that's probably how I would be too. I understand that, like not feeling like what's going on. So I feel like he did pretty good, and also I felt like it wasn't like there's nothing that like smashed me out of the movie, like took me out of like there's been like some really dumb moments that I've seen before, but like nothing was bad enough in this. I guess
That's going to be the quote on the Blu-ray box. Nothing was bad enough to smash me out of the movie.
it's pretty good. I was hoping it'd be good, and I thought it was okay. So
There you go.
Alex, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, in general, I liked it. I thought the pacing at the beginning was way too fast. The very beginning, it was. They were just racing through it all, and then all of a sudden they jumped 6 months later to do the rest of the stuff. It
did not even warn the audience. It was just like lost his job and went home to a new apartment the same night.
No, didn't it tell you?
Didn't
it say 6 months later?
It did say 6 months
Did it?
later.
Yeah,
I missed it.
It did say it
I
on
don't know.
screen.
Yeah,
It did.
I didn't see it
But-
either.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
That's why I said 6 months.
Yeah.
Because it's what it said. But yeah, it was just so fast, and then all of a sudden they jumped 6 months ahead, and it felt like they had a lot they wanted to get through just so they could set up the rest of the movie, and
Wouldn't it be better to just start 6 months later?
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then find a way to. I mean, you could do some of the beginning where they explain like, I don't know. It's just like the pacing just felt way off. I don't know how you could have fixed it really. But I did think about what if they just started 6 months.
Yeah,
ahead.
now that you mention it.
And then
Yeah.
maybe they didn't. I don't even think they really needed to explain the whole like them breaking up. Like you could just like throw it in there. Like all of a sudden there's this girl that he used to date, and you just kind of pick up on little hints as the movie goes on.
Well, and he's got Venom in his head. Couldn't Venom just like give some expositionary
Oh
dialogue?
god,
Like,
no,
Yeah.
that would have been worse. That would have been
no,
worse.
if he's like.
They could
He
do it.
doesn't have
Oh,
to
look,
just-
there she is. Remember when you guys used to date?
Yeah, he doesn't-
So sad. 6
No,
months ago
but
when you
he
broke
doesn't
up.
have to come
If they
out
did
and
it
say
like that, yeah, if they
if
didn't
they
like,
did it clever, if they did it better way than that.
yeah, I don't know, but and then I felt like as once the symbiote like was one with his body, I wasn't too upset with the rest of the movie. The pacing was fine. There was enough action, and it wasn't like split up by really boring parts. It was pretty crazy until the end. I thought at least the suits looked good. I liked the way that the symbiotes like moved, you know, when they were outside of the body.
Big protozoa.
Yeah. And then with the CGI fight, like the whole time I was just thinking like they probably didn't have two actors like running around, and it's just like it's such a it just takes people out of their jobs, you know, because there's no like actual fighting. They just film some like random spots and throw in some computer generated people fighting each other, and it was cool, but I mean it's just kind of once you realize that it's just a couple of CGI things fighting each other, it's kind of yeah, in general good. I'd give it 7 Venoms out of 10.
Out of 10? Okay.
Good 3.5 out of 10. Anybody looking for a standard scale there?
Kyle.
Well, thank you for asking me, so I don't have to just
jump in.
jump in because I get called out when I
it's
do
my
that.
turn. So, just kind of getting.
All right, Derek, your turn.
Here's what the movie felt like to me. The movie felt like a proof of concept that Venom could be a good movie, but it did not feel like a complete movie. And that's definitely because they chopped 50 minutes of this out because it was R. They took that R-rated bits and they ripped it out.
And I think it would have been a better movie if it
It
was rated
absolutely
R.
right.
Right.
would've.
And there's a lot of choppy editing in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
where
Especially at
I
the
mean-
beginning when the pacing's
No,
so
yeah.
off.
I felt like
they'll
I
literally
did.
cut out
Yeah, you could
dialogue
tell.
in moments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't meet any characters. It was like I was just supposed to know who everyone was right away. And it was like if I didn't have any kind of backstory on what like who Eddie Brock was, if I'd never seen Spider-Man 3, I would absolutely have been like I don't like any of these characters because I can't think of a single other character's name in that movie. You had the bad
Carlton
guy,
Drake.
you had the ex-girlfriend, and you had the ex-girlfriend's boyfriend, and then you had Eddie Brock and Venom. And it was like
Incarnate. Oh, wait. Am I not supposed to say that? Or?
but it was like I felt like I had no emotional connection to any character in this movie because they didn't try and nurture anything from the audience.
Yeah, I
And
think that was
so-
kind of the point of it was they weren't trying to like they were trying to make a movie for Spider-Man fans.
There was like a weird
Right.
kind of bit there. Where it's like I didn't feel sympathy for like any of the people that died, and it was like shot like that. But then like you're like, wow, this dude kills people like cold blooded. He must be pretty hardcore or something. And then like Venom's like, dude, this is your girl or some shit.
Yeah.
And he like switches from like killer to like, whoa, is it like a bro in here? I didn't realize.
I just think that like overall, there was no bit of me that was like kind of on edge for what was going to happen next. I was like, it's going to happen. Just the movie's going to keep going. And it was like the character that I most cared about was the store clerk, the convenience clerk that was like being stuck up, and maybe the like homeless girl that he comes in contact with, because there's some sympathy behind those characters and you get some kind of bit of who they are. But it was like, here's Eddie Brock's girlfriend, she does things, she's an attorney and she has a laptop that she doesn't keep a secure password on, and that's all you need to know about her. And it was just like,
no, there was a cat.
Mistake. Never trust your
boyfriend. There was a cat, and Derek promised me the cat would get eaten, and it didn't.
I really did think it was going to get eaten. The second it showed up, I thought, oh, Venom's going to eat that cat.
Not that I wanted the cat to get eaten, but Derek said it was going to happen, and it didn't.
I didn't promise that it would happen. It was a hunch.
But, yeah, I felt like because the movie was so fast-paced in the beginning, it was kind of jarring to where it was like, I don't really have time to, like, grab hold of the movie and get into it and understand the characters and what's going on. And, like, the Life Foundation, I couldn't tell you what they did besides... Spaceships, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of...
and spaceships.
They kind of described it as if the guy was, like an Elon Musk. Like
that's the way he came across to me.
Yeah, so he just like set up this company to go to space and
just to dick around and shoot.
That's essentially what he said, because he wanted to go and like some about like resources outside of the Earth that we could use on Earth or whatever, and then that's how they found the Venom.
Yep.
But I think the choppy editing is what makes me feel like this was like a proof of concept kind of thing. It was like, yes, we can tell the story, and Venom can be a good character, and there's fight sequences. What do you think? Should we make this movie? And I was like, yes, you should make this movie. But I didn't feel like I saw the movie that they wanted to make, which was rough. But what I did think worked was the relationship between Eddie Brock and Venom was way better than I thought it was going to be. Because in the trailers, it's just like him getting thrown around and Venom being like, we can do whatever we want. And I was like, this is not going to be fun to watch. But then, because he was like a killer and a bro at the same time, it was kind of like...
murderer, bro.
Yeah, it was a little more... Tolerable. Oh, I liked it. I liked their relationship.
Yeah. And they didn't do any of that cringy stuff where he was like you said with his girlfriend. If he would have been like, "Oh, there's your girlfriend." Like,
yeah, right.
Remember when you guys used to date? Remember that one time that you guys went out and you saw that thing?
God, that was a great night, right?
Yeah.
But I think Tom Hardy's walking around the town and he's like, that's the building you guys had your first date in, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they really... because Venom says that he's like in his mind and he knows everything, but then he like there's a couple times where he asks him questions where he's like, don't you think you should have known that if he was like in his head?
I thought,
right, and
it was almost
point.
Immediately afterward too. The first time, first time Venom's like, I'm in your head, I know all your thoughts. Yeah. Immediately they get to this next building. He's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
I know. So I'm wondering if he's just like saying that.
It could, because remember then he's like, Tom Hardy's like, oh, you should know or whatever, and he's like, I guess.
Yeah, I know, and he said something like that,
like,
and
I'm not unreasonable.
I was wondering if it made it better, and I was like, I don't know. Like, they don't really explain if he actually knows everything that's in his mind or what. So my assumption would be he's just saying it, or like he knows some things because he's like inside of him, but he doesn't actually know everything. Like, he can't tap into his brain and whatever. So
yeah,
give me some thoughts, Derek. Good, bad.
Good. Should I start with bad? Because you guys all did. Bad. The bad things in Venom. I disagree with the pacing. I don't think it was too fast in the beginning.
Yeah.
I think the first 5 minutes of the movie were too fast. And then
I think that's what I meant.
Yeah, because once you jump 6 months later, it slows way down.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant by beginning.
Right.
Very first sequence.
Because it takes the whole start of the movie. I'm just like, get back to Venom.
I don't know.
Get to Venom. Not get back to him because he didn't show up yet. Get to him.
I felt like the pacing was pretty quick through the whole movie, because you'd get sequences where like Tom Hardy is strapped to a chair being interrogated, and then they're walking him through the woods. But then Venom and the girl have made it all the way from the hospital to that point in the woods, and it was like, this all happens so quickly.
Yeah, I just didn't mind that quite as much as the very beginning, because there was a lot more that happened right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Other bad things about the movie. Bad guy was kind of a nothing bad guy.
Yeah.
Didn't really care about him or what he was up to.
I didn't even care about the symbiote that he had.
Yeah, the Riot.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
We already said.
I thought Riot was cool, though.
I thought Riot
Did you?
looked cool.
Yeah,
I did.
especially the scene where he launches the rocket and they're all running away after he stabs that guy, and then he gets the giant
Yeah, that was
knives
cool.
on his arms, and yeah, I thought that was cool.
I was surprised they didn't like make him look more visually different than Venom.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's like
think-
you kind of in the same corner of like they came from the same place, so they should look the same. But like,
Right.
even color wise, it was like kind of
Too
off
similar.
gray
It was like
versus black.
Yeah, gray
Yeah.
versus black. I thought that their voices weren't. Their voices should have been much different too, because Riot has the same voice as Venom, and that's
Basically.
Yeah, that's
confusing.
true.
But
It's not like we couldn't tell them apart.
right,
though.
you
It was just
knew who was talking when. It was just
Yeah.
the same voice.
there were a couple times when they were in that big fight that I was like, wait, which? Okay, there we go.
Some of the special effects didn't hold up, but
No.
I didn't have a problem with most of them.
The end fight I did have a problem with, but specifically the point where it like
They're
goes
pulling
slow
each
mo,
other
they're
apart.
pulling each other apart, but then you can see the guys' faces underneath, and it's so clearly a CGI like rendering of their faces.
I couldn't even see.
Yeah,
I did not think it looked good.
but I still thought the idea was cool, so I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I knew that you would have a problem with the special effects because that was your big thing going in, but
Yeah, I did
didn't
not.
hate it as much as I thought I would.
To me, it felt almost DCEU-ish. If the background
It
had
was still
been,
better.
if the background had been all CGI, it would have been DCEU.
Yeah.
But because they filmed on location, it gets the step up.
Right.
So,
The things that I thought worked with this movie is basically just Venom and Eddie Brock. Those are really the two things, which is alright because they're like the main thing in the movie. But
So at least they got that right.
Yeah.
right, I thought they did. I really liked
No,
their
they did.
relationship. I think I like Venom a lot more than I like any other character in this movie, and so I kind of wish he had more to do. But whenever Venom was out, I always enjoyed that. Whenever the tendrils were coming out, it was whatever. But whenever
Yeah.
Venom was out, I really enjoyed it.
yeah.
I like that scene too when all the cops say like mask, copy. And
Yeah,
then
I was
he
gonna say
immediately goes,
that.
mask, and Venom's like copy.
Yeah.
That was cool. I like that.
I thought it kind of showed that he was getting used to having Venom with him.
Yeah.
But then again, like Chris said, it was still like he was disoriented the whole time because he's just got Venom taking over and doing his thing.
Yeah. Thought it was good.
So, what'd you think of the action sequences? In comparison to other superhero movies, how were these action sequences choreographed and visually compared to other ones?
So there's like three major ones, right? There's like the motorcycle chase,
Yep.
and then the cop fight, and
Yep.
then,
Right.
like the final thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I think it like kind of peaked with the first one in terms of like action wise, because like the second one, it's kind of like you're kind of getting more like classic monster movie ish. Like it's in the fog, you don't actually see him. People are just kind of taken out into the fog until like it clears and he's like beating people up.
Yeah.
I thought that was fine, but like it wasn't like oh shit, this is cool.
I thought that was the coolest action scene.
I did too, actually. The first one it was like the motorcycle chase was just the tentacles the whole time, up until the very end, which was the first reveal of Venom, but we'd seen it a billion times in the trailers.
It was still cool.
Yeah, it was a good moment,
It
but
really spoiled his secret identity, though. Now everyone's like, oh, Eddie Brock is Venom, because we just saw Eddie Brock, and we know who that is because he's a celebrity.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And people watched it come over him, too, in the background, so,
I don't know how much they cared, but
yeah.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of like those chase sequences. It was okay, but it's just like they're always so boring. It's like just crashing cars and whatever. There's never really anything too unique with them. It's always just cars exploding and flipping, and there'd have to be something really unique for me to like a chase scene. But then yeah, I also like the one in the like fog of war. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it'd be my favorite, but it was still pretty cool. And then I thought the ending fight was still cool, even though it was all CGI and it was I don't know. It wasn't anything like really to it wasn't stand out at all, but it was good enough that it didn't ruin the movie.
In comparison with other superhero movies, car chase is lame because like we had Ant-Man and the Wasp has a really cool car chase.
Yep.
The fog fight I liked quite a bit.
I thought that was actually pretty unique, the fog fight.
Yeah, I liked that one.
For a
In
superhero
a way,
movie.
yeah, okay. In a superhero movie, it's pretty unique.
The final battle was underwhelming, I thought. It felt
Yeah.
really quick, first of all. Like, it felt like it just ended really fast for me. And it just wasn't as cool as a lot of the other superhero fights that I've seen recently.
Kind of Wonder Woman ending, I think.
I still think it was more entertaining than Wonder Woman.
The ending?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I was like,
Yeah, I was trying to think too.
That is a good point, actually.
I was trying to compare the two. Yeah, it was just a lot of brute like them like smashing into each other or whatever. There was nothing really cool that besides the thing where they're like weaved in between each other and whatever.
Yeah.
Like that was unique, and I thought that was the coolest part of that fight. But besides that, they didn't do anything that was like really unique that I saw and was like, oh, that's super cool.
I would have really liked if... Because there's that one scene when both Carlton Drake and Eddie Brock get pulled from their own symbiotes. Mm-hmm. If each symbiote went to the other guy and then continued
I thought they were going to do that.
I thought that would have been really cool.
That would have made it really cool.
But
they
did not do that.
Yeah.
Even they get combined at one point, and I was like, oh, maybe they're going to come out, but it's going to be the wrong person then.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen.
Couple more quick things. Did you think there was enough Venom in this movie?
I mean, how would they have put more, I guess?
Yeah, the movie felt like they didn't have anywhere else to put him, so I thought, for the context of this movie, yes.
In the future, do you want to see an equal amount of him, as to this one?
In the future, would want to see more of him. But for a first outing, this is fine.
Yeah, I think if they made another one where Venom's with him the entire length of the movie, that would be perfect. But I agree with what you said, Derek, that it was enough for this movie since it was kind of like an origin story.
And then this movie separates itself, or tried to, in the beginning from just about every other superhero movie. I can't think of another one. By adding these elements of horror into it, where you've got kind of...
Fantastic.
Yeah. They're in that lab sequence, right? And he breaks open the glass, and the girl attacks him, and the symbiote jumps on. And you've got the red flickering light, and then every time Venom's in him, and it hears the high-pitched noises, and it kind of shakes, and you can see it start to split. Does that work? Did you think that worked?
I thought it was fitting.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I would have liked more of it.
I think so, because I thought it was really good.
I didn't think the humor compromised that.
I didn't
the horror
either.
element, but I would have liked more of it because there's like really funny horror movies like Scream and a whole bunch of them. So I thought it was fine.
And they didn't. I don't think they pushed too much. There was only like one joke that I really kind of like giggled at, but the rest of the jokes weren't like so bad that it ruined the movie. But they were, it was just kind of like, oh, there's a joke.
The normie audience we were in enjoyed it.
I was like, I must suck. Everybody's laughing right now.
Yeah, I know.
There was quite a few moments like that. I thought it was funnier than Kyle did for sure because he didn't laugh ever. But
no, I laughed. Well, I didn't like.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't laugh out loud. I kind of gave a like. Yep,
yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah,
I think there was only like one point in which I laughed, and it was like when he was like jump out the window, and then it like cuts to the elevator.
Oh yeah,
that was a good one.
That was the only
one I actually laughed
at. Yeah, but like the stupid turd in the wind line, the audience really ate that one up.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, I turned to Derek and I was like, yep, that happened. I was like, we saw it in the trailers, it happened, and the audience still laughed. So I'm on the outside of something here.
Yeah. It's like when I saw Ant-Man and like the trailer was like they kept being like I got to like 60 feet, and she's like, are we done comparing sizes? So when I actually played in the movie, I like rolled my eyes, but the audience was like, "That's a knee slapper right now." I was like, "Did you not see the trailers?"
That's how I felt.
That's part of what ruins some of the jokes too.
Yeah, because they always put the best ones in the trailers.
I think the trailers for this movie really ruined it. They showed a lot.
They did.
It's because it's a Sony trailer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the very first one, like
you just saw nothing.
Yeah, you were like, if they didn't put the title card at the end, you'd be like, "What movie is this?"
Yeah.
Keep it that way. I would have been fine. It would have been exciting.
If you watch all three main Venom trailers, like back to back, it's essentially the same trailer every single time. Like, the same footage is used in all three of them. But the first one, no visual effects are done. Which is why you were like, what is happening? The room is exploding. What is going on? The second one, you're like, oh, there's a little flickers of venom. The third one, you're like, oh, now I see. The room explodes because Carnage or Riot swipes it with his big claws, and the cars explode because Venom's tendrils push him out of the way. So it's like funny. You can watch the trailers progress in terms of visual effects, but at the end of the day, it still showed too much somehow.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite moment of the movie, Chris?
he's like, I'm ready for this one.
I got
about
one.
this.
I think probably my favorite moment was like Eddie's been like separated from the symbiote and then he gets captured by the bad guys, and then like he's tied into the chair with the lights on, and then like the henchman guy like is getting all close, like licking his ear, being like, I'm gonna make this fun or some shit. He like headbutts him and then does like the Aquaman like woo. I was like, that was pretty good.
Alex?
I want to say my favorite was when he's like getting the MRI and you see like Venom flickering. I thought it was really spooky.
Very Halloween spooky.
I thought it was good. I really liked the way that they did that.
I feel like Chris threw me a curveball here, and I was unprepared for this. I didn't necessarily pick out a standout part in the movie.
I would go with the suit up at the police fight when they shoot him in the mouth and he catches the smoke bomb and he bites it and the smoke goes everywhere and it covers him.
All right, I'll give you that. That's my favorite too.
I thought that one was cool.
I enjoyed like that whole sequence. So
can I actually change mine really quick? I want mine to be the part where it's like he's in like the restaurant and he's like, anybody else hot? And then he goes and like lays down in the lobster tank.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
all right, Chris, now give me a rating.
It's moist, I guess, but no one's gonna notice.
You're holding your pee in, ready to pee, but it never really happens.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good, but like not amazing, I guess. Better than it was what I was hoping.
I got a little bit of urethral leakage, but just some drops.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Some urethral leakage.
Sure.
Urethral leakage.
I guess.
Put
yeah.
it on the box.
I would give it 1 Carnage out of 10 Venoms.
Oh, what?
Whoa.
Is that like
Or did I mean Riot? We don't know. I confused their names the whole time. So
I thought
Riot was the one in the movie.
right.
I thought that was
I
gonna
know
be
the
Carnage.
difference. I know the difference. I just couldn't remember the difference. Oh, also, by the way, there's this weird thing, right, where the one symbiote who winds up being Riot,
Yes.
like crashes and gets away and turns into the cop or whatever. Then it kills all those people. And then it turns into the
sir.
right. Sorry, then it turns into the little girl.
Yeah.
But there's the one point when it turns into the old lady, right?
Yeah.
At the beginning. 6 months later, and then it was still the old lady when we catch back up with it. I was
She
like,
had a
hey,
long
wait
way
a
to
minute.
walk.
Yeah,
She did.
It's like the symbiote was like, I really am digging this old person body. I can do so little activities in it. It's amazing.
Well, I thought it had to do with the fact that they had to have the right host. Like, it had to be the right, like, blood type or whatever.
Right.
I love when they were sitting in the lab and then they were like, but sir, you have to see this. And he like turns it up. And then like the guy like screams in pain. And he's like, why are you doing that? He's like, in response to this. And I'm like, why didn't you just tell him that? We like tortured this man for 4 seconds here. And even your boss didn't appreciate it. What's the point?
Watch this, I can torture this guy. Yeah.
It's the flick of a knob.
Watch, I'll do it again.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Final things. Would you buy it on DVD, and are you excited for the sequel?
No one buys anything on DVD anymore, you idiot.
Would you stream it on Netflix? And
yeah.
are you excited for the sequel?
My standards are pretty low for streaming on Netflix. I think I watched like Littlefoot last night on Netflix. But yeah, I thought I would.
Yeah, I'd watch it again on Netflix. And I think I am excited for the sequel. See if they can fix some of those issues and get a real good movie out of it.
Yeah.
I'd just like to see something different, like, because like I feel like you're gonna have like the same kind of final action sequence if it's another symbiote versus a symbiote or something.
Yeah,
without
that's
something
true.
else to mix it in. It's just like a lot of like punching and sharp tears.
I
and
think
stuff.
I can think of one thing to mix in here that would make it a much more enjoyable final fight.
Oh, slap
more
McGuire
of
in there.
I think this movie is perfect for the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man universe because both of them have that like they try to be more serious, more realistic, and at the same time the characters themselves are pretty goofy, but the situations are more real. Whereas with a lot of the other ones, it's not like the Tobey Maguire movies. Every single thing about them is crazy and goofy and over the top. So I think this would be perfect if in the next movie they finally gave Andrew Garfield a chance to come back and reprise his role and redeem himself.
After they shafted his ass hard the first time. He was like, I'm ready for Spider-Man 3, and they were like, no, you're not.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see Andrew Garfield come back unless...
Did you not like him?
No, unless we had some promise that he would be better.
I thought he was good.
Yeah,
the problem for me with it is, and this is way off topic, but I don't think he was a good Peter Parker at all.
He wasn't. He was too cool.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
True. That's true.
And that's what took me out of it, at least. But whatever.
Right. I don't know. I'm excited for the sequel. I wouldn't buy it on Blu-ray.
I would.
But I would definitely...
You buy anything on Blu-ray.
I would definitely steal your digital download for it, so...
Alright, well, let's transition into the next part of this. It's super related to Venom.
Right.
We shoehorned Venom into this. This was not the intended topic. It was just we saw Venom, it was topical, and for the first time we were going to talk about something that was relevant.
Are you telling me that one time we did an 80s movie that came out decades and decades ago that wasn't relevant to modern day?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in a sense it was.
So here's what's happening. I tasked everybody with creating a playlist for the upcoming Halloween day. Not the movie, the day of Halloween.
October 31st.
So, the way we're going to do this, we each have 5 songs that we've picked.
Uh-huh.
We're going to go around. Everyone's going to present their playlist to everybody. We're going to discuss it.
I think we should guess. I think when we get to each person, we should try and guess theirs.
Guess the 5 songs that they put on, or when they play it, why it's on there.
No, guess the songs they put on it.
Maybe we should only guess like one, because guessing all 5 would be...
That would take a long time, and you also have a much lower chance.
Well, that's why you just throw out 5, but you don't get any more after that. So it's like, here's the 5 that I think you did.
But I mean with 3 of us, like,
that's
guessing one
That's
each.
a good point.
Yeah, okay. We'll do that.
Chris.
So, we're starting with Chris, I guess.
We're going to start with Chris. I'm going to guess, some Scooby-Doo Halloween-related songs.
I was going to say, This Is Halloween.
Oh, that's one.
You son of a bitch. That's the one I was going to guess.
Chris is shaking his head
I
like
bet
idiots.
Chris put
the Monster Mash.
the Monster Mash on there.
I did not put the Monster Mash.
Did you put something Scooby-Doo?
I did. You're right.
Yes!
And Alex was also wrong, though.
Oh.
I don't really like those movies that much.
Yeah,
so
I'm
every time
with
I
you,
hear that
but...
song, I was like, I got bad connotations with it.
Not that they're bad movies,
They
disclaimer.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Turf war!
Alright.
Oh, boy. So now I just run through the list.
So give us a little
at a
snippet
time.
of each song. We won't listen to the full thing due to time, but...
Right, due to time.
So actually, here's what I want...
Play it on my phone? Or
Hold on, yeah. Play it on your phone. Here's what I want you to do first, Chris. You made a playlist. Set the atmosphere. Where am I when I'm listening to my playlist?
Oh man, mine are so different.
Yeah,
There's no
mine
atmosphere.
have some tonal differences.
Mine's like, you listen to it throughout an evening on Halloween's eveness.
Am I at a party or am I just home alone?
I'll walk you through the scene.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so this is Kyle. It's October 31st at like 5 p.m. He's like, I got plans tonight, boys. Time to set my hype track. So he sets up his iPod Nano on his old whatever player.
iHome.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Are you making fun of iPod Nanos, Chris?
No, I think I have one actually.
I have one in my pocket right now, Chris.
Cool, let's trade, bro.
Is that what people do? They trade nanos? Dude, all those songs.
There's way too much fucking Godzilla on here. Chris, I know it needs this much Blink-182.
So, during the process of Kyle getting ready, he plays on his tune.
He
First tune of the evening. Should I just play it? Or
Play it.
Let's hear it.
I don't know. I didn't test any of these. I just put them in order.
Oh, Jesus.
That's right. I'm talking about the Fall Out Boy 2000 whatever year Ghostbusters remake cover.
Oh, Chris.
What a
Jesus.
song,
Kill
dude.
me now.
It gets the adrenaline going. Kyle's loose on his feet.
Lucid on his feet, if you will.
Yeah, he's like, okay, it's about time. I'm ready. I'm suited up. I got whatever costume I've got on. Okay, so then...
I didn't put any memes on mine, but I wish I did now.
Jesus Christ.
And then, okay, so Kyle's out the door. He's driven to his place, met up with some friends, and he's at a house party right now. Everyone's like, we need a killer jam to all do a synchronized group dance to right now.
Oh.
Kyle, you're the only one who can possibly think of a tune this strong.
Let's get 2014 Ghostbusters going again. Guys, I know a Fallout Boy song that would be great for this.
That's right. Kyle's like, Kyle's like, I only filled this playlist with this song.
Or it's just different versions of the Ghostbusters
Yeah,
theme.
exactly.
Anyway, so he again, there's a lot of hooking his iPod up to whatever speaker system. So, a little bit of time warp. Kyle's
There
up
you
in the
go.
front.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like
He's
it, I
dancing
like
with
it.
whatever person it's turn it is.
Yeah.
I
I
kind
dig
of
this
expected
one.
that. When you told me synchronized dancing was involved, I was like, it's going to be Time Warp.
Yeah.
But I was hoping for Ghostbusters again.
I almost put that one on my playlist, but then I thought, no, I think somebody else is going to, so I'm going to choose something else.
Thanks for saving
That's-
it for me.
That's the same exact thought process I went through picking mine. I was like, I'm going to pick ones that no one else.
There might be one that will match with mine, but anyway, this is about Chris, not us.
Okay.
It's apparently about me. Told by Chris.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You can replace Kyle with anyone in this story. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so Kyle does his dance. Everybody high fives him, and he's wiping the sweat off his brow, and he downs like 8 beers.
Yep.
He's like, it's time to party.
Average.
But you got the red and blue lights start flashing through the windows. So Kyle's like,
shit.
oh shit, they're here. I gotta go. He's like, I gotta get my running tunes on right now. He flips through his phone again. He's like, this one's a great mashup. And it is, of course, Ghost and Stuff by Deadmau 5, as he's known on the streets.
Yeah. So he's like Baby Driver, but he's running like
Yeah.
like dodging trees and shit.
He needs
He's got
like
his
a
earbuds
pulse.
in.
But it's not any Ghost and Stuff. It's a mashup with the little-known Outkast song, Baghdad. So Kyle's obscure. He's like, if I need someone to show this hipster track to, I got the mashup for you.
I mean, this is so obscure, I've never heard either of these
Yeah, I haven't
songs
either.
being mashed
You
up, so...
had to have heard Ghosts and Stuff.
You probably
It was
heard
so
Ghost
big when it
Oh,
came out.
God.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe. There's potential.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That song made Deadmau 5.
Deadmau 5. Anyway, so Kyle's got his tunes going. He's all sweaty. He finally gets to where
I haven't
he's going.
stopped sweating.
Yeah,
This suit's really hot.
man, this Freddy Krueger mask. It's just like it's water in here. Anyway, so he's running through town. And he gets caught off guard by the most beautiful-looking witch or whatever else.
What a turn.
Ah, God, witches. Their warts are... Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways.
He forgets why he's running because he's like, suddenly I have priorities here. I can't miss this opportunity. I need to woo this girl. So naturally, he's like, what is the most charismatic singer and songwriter I can think of that will get me into this witch's pants tonight? And he's like, I don't think I know anybody more charismatic than Will Smith himself in his 90s
Yes!
day.
My man.
This is perfect.
I have listened to this song like once a day for the last week. I'm not kidding. And even if it's hot outside, he wears it anyway.
So naturally, with this much charisma pumping through his veins, it works.
Yes.
Kyle gets the number, and he walks off into the night knowing that he's accomplished something truly great tonight. But it's not over yet. He needs to get home. It's probably like 4 a.m. right now, and he's still
And the
pretty
cops
good.
are after him.
Yeah.
Still.
He's going after.
That guy said 8 beers! He's got a warrant out for his arrest.
Yeah.
Still sweaty.
They're on me.
Still
They're on me.
sweaty.
Yeah.
How many drinks have I had at this point?
I didn't know you were part of the narrative. I didn't write you in. But anyway, so Kyle sneaks back to the house where he parked his car. Everybody's gone because it's late as fuck, but he knows he needs to get home. But the thing is, he's so tired and barely sober that he feels like he's going to fall asleep at any point. I don't know if you've ever driven real sleepy, but I got one cure-all for that, and that's to play a real fucking banger on the ride home at max volume. And you know what Kyle's going for at that point.
It's something Scooby-Doo.
There's a bit of an intro, I didn't know that. At this point, he's jamming. He's going like 80 miles per hour.
I'm well awake at this point.
Filming that DVD.
Yes.
That's right. I'm talking Simple Plans, Scooby-Doo. There you go.
Or hardcore.
And you can hear me screeching in the background. I'm rolling through stoplights.
The switch has been flipped. He's now from tired to well awake, and he can get home knowing that he's now had the best Halloween night in years.
You're damn right, Chris. That's a good playlist.
Wow.
That is solid.
I like it.
And I liked the story.
Yeah.
It was
I was involved.
Inspirational. And now I'm changing mine.
Because his also had What's New Scooby-Doo, guaranteed.
It didn't.
It didn't.
Oh.
I was wrong.
I was thinking I was going to be like, glad I got to go first.
No,
I know that everybody was going to have this down.
Mine was legitimately boring at that point after that, so I'm changing it. So now it's got some more...
I don't know if mine's going to be as good, but I know I got a couple.
Yeah, goddamn.
bangers.
We should have ended with you. That was kind of the...
God,
I'm going to re-edit
We can
this so
edit
you
that
come
in
at
post,
the end. Yeah. Derek, what's your boring playlist?
No, wait, I'm still
first?
fixing it. I'm still fixing mine.
And first we go to Derek. No, all right, let's keep the circle going. Alex.
Alright. So, I don't have a narrative, unfortunately.
I need you to make one.
Set the night for me, at least.
Well,
Where am I?
at least for this first song, you're at a banging party in the...
Bronx.
Shit, what now? I need to... When did this come out? In 1989, you were at a Halloween party, alright?
All right.
Kyle's got
And
his
when
mullet on.
we
Like
hit you...
-9 at this point.
We hit you with a classic. Before I start, I want to say rest in peace, Tom Petty.
Oh.
I'll just skip ahead to the Zombie Zoo,
Okay.
Tom Petty.
Nothing over neon going
Good
on
dance, yeah, good dance tune. Love Tom Petty.
I'm with you.
I don't know. I just thought it was a good party
I gotta be
tune.
honest, I've never heard that one before.
I haven't either.
I heard it one time on the radio, and I was like, I've never heard this Tom Petty song before. I love it, and then I had like saved it ever since.
Nice. And it's been your Halloween jam
Go-to. Yeah, my go-to. All right. My next one, maybe there's like a serial killer at the party?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's something that happens.
Something like that?
It's
I don't
Scream.
know.
We're in the Scream universe.
I thought
Apparently.
maybe
Just
some
a
of you...
decade too late.
I thought maybe some of you guys would have this on your
decades.
playlist, but I added it anyway because I think it's a good classic, but... We got...
Right?
Okay.
I
Halloween
was going to
jam.
put this one on mine. I
And then-
actually was just about to... Yeah, I was going to put this on mine.
That's the Kino der Toten thing.
Yes. I also thought that maybe you all would all think, oh, somebody else is going to have this song. So
Oh,
you
we forgot
wouldn't
to
put it
guess
on there?
Alex's. I guess Zombie Zoo is on his playlist.
All right, fine. You got to guess the last three.
Oh, shit. 115.
No.
I was
Okay.
going to guess something Call of Duty related.
No.
Dang it, my fucking Kino der Toten joke.
I really did think that was what I picked for Alex.
Chris, will
Something by Death Grips. You seem like a Death Grips on Halloween kind of guy.
Death Grips? No.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so it's still a surprise. The game is in the air.
Any song on here written or performed by someone with nipple piercings. That will help narrow it down.
I don't know. I don't know. Man. I'm just gonna go on to the next one.
Yeah, there
then.
we go.
This one I love.
Yes, this is a good one. So this is what happens at the end of the party. This is what happens
When you find out the police flew it the whole time.
Yes.
And they are arresting everybody.
I was gonna say like this is like you're banging some hot babe, right? And this is when the condom breaks.
Oh, I hope that
Halloween
didn't
night.
blast out the audio. I wasn't
Totally
thinking about
did.
that.
Look at that, Jesus Christ!
Let me play it again.
Sarah's like talking through it. You can't hear him at all.
It's like if you live
Now
up.
tell your banging hot babe joke.
So you're
Wait, it's the build-up.
Oh, it didn't. There was no clear cut for when the drop comes, but yeah.
So the good thing about this one is it brings back memories.
That's what I like about it.
It does.
Brings back memories.
Brings back memories.
Love that movie at the end of Saw 1 when you get that plot twist and they hit you with this banger and you're just like...
The biggest
And
plot
every
twist.
Saw from then, every plot twist is that song.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
They hit gold.
they did. That song was, it's literally called Hello Zep. It's not Saw theme. It was
It is.
like,
It's
they
Hello
just-
Zep. Yep.
They named it after the guy whose
The
plot
plot
twist it
twist
was.
itself.
And so they were not expecting that to blow up, I'm sure. And then it was just like the staple of the series.
Oh,
was
yeah.
You will hear
Yeah.
Hello Zep. And in every movie, it's like blank Zep. Like in the 8th movie soundtrack, it's labeled as the 8th Zep.
Awesome.
Is-
That's so creative. How did they think of that?
Yeah, I know. Next song
Alright,
on the
next
playlist.
Okay. We got... maybe this time you're just like tripping on acid or something. But this one's by
This
the...
whole time I've been
What
tripping on
variety is
acid. I
that?
thought there was a serial killer.
The sting operation has happened, and Kyle's dropped the acid already. He's like, I can't go back.
This is by the classic artist Buckethead. So, the reason this one's related, because supposedly it's about Mike Myers, the origin of Mike Myers. Let's skip ahead to the middle a little bit.
Jesus.
Changes it. It's kind of like a hip hop.
Yeah.
I
don't remember-
what I thought the origin story would be like.
I don't remember who he teamed up with to do this, but he where goes my phone?
I don't know. I think tripping on acid is the perfect explanation to that song.
And it
feel
turns out this is all one night.
It is one night, yeah.
Kyle's having.
So,
Kyle,
no, so here's the
Kyle
deal.
went through his Baby Driver experience, but then it was a plot twist from the Saw theme that he was on acid the whole time.
Yeah, wait, somebody's on
It
acid.
never
So
ended.
he is actually at a different Halloween party where there's a live band playing and they hit you with this song, which I hope you guys can recognize this one.
I already don't.
Is it Enter Sandman?
No.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Is this from? Is this?
Yes, this
It's
is.
like the band that's like the female kid.
Hex Girls.
The Hex Girls.
This is the Hex
I
Girls.
did know this one.
Dude, yeah. I actually just watched that one
Really?
like 2 nights ago.
That used to be my favorite Scooby-Doo.
And then I watched Zombie Island last night, and it has that bangin' song that I don't remember what it's called anymore. But
It's also by Simple Plan, though. I know that.
It
It's
is.
not.
It's not?
Oh, no, it's not.
it's not. It's a different band that I like looked up, and you cannot find that song other than on YouTube.
Were there vampires in that Scooby-Doo movie?
No.
Which one?
They
Is there
had
a vampire
fangs.
one?
They had
Oh, that might
fangs
be
in
what
their
I'm thinking
mouths.
of.
Oh, it's because
They
they
were
were like
supposed to be
cats or some
witches.
shit. Yeah.
The
No,
Hex
the
Girls?
the cats one was the Zombie Island one.
I thought we were supposed
The
to-
Zombie Island one started out ghosts, and then there were zombies, and then there was cat people.
And werewolves. Or was that?
The werewolves were cat people.
Fair
But yeah, the band that did the zombie one is called Sky Cycle.
Damn. Now that's.
I
the
prefer
90s.
the Hex Girls.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
All right. Okay.
I don't know if they're underage, but they were smoking. Actually,
like
I
it.
don't remember what they look like, so disclaimer, I'm not a...
They like look like preteen
Pedophile.
or some shit.
I'm not a pedophile. That's a good disclaimer.
What?
I'm gonna have a sign stapled to my bag. Disclaimer: I'm not a pedophile.
These are checks.
I'm not a pedophile, I just think your child's really cute.
And there's my
Oh
cold
my-
open.
Yes.
All right.
Oh my god.
So now here's what happened was I made one playlist and I was like, I just have so much in me when it comes to Halloween music that I wound up making 4 playlists.
Yeah,
now I'm not gonna play you
I
the
was
4
gonna say.
playlists, but I will tell you Alex had 2 of my songs. I made a horror theme playlist that included Hello Zep and the Halloween theme, although I used the Halloween 2 version of the
Because
Halloween
that's got
theme.
the synth.
It's
Wait,
got
so
the
is-
synth.
Are we on your actual list now?
No, not yet. Chris, you also used 2 of my songs, except you also used a version that was real shitty of yours.
What was the best, Kyle? They're in the Renaissance right
My Halloween party music playlist kicks off with Ghostbusters.
Wait, let me
And
go before.
take a guess, continues to Time Warp.
Oh.
It's like
So
my
we had the
sister's
same
wedding
order
all
there.
over again.
Yeah, we had this.
Jeez.
We had the order there. And then I made one just called Alice Cooper Halloween music because I mean Alice Cooper
There you go.
did the music for
He did.
Friday the 13th Part 6.
That's
Was
got some good
Freddy
ones.
Krueger's dad, and wrote a song that included the name Frankenstein. So I was like,
There you go.
there we go. But I do have another playlist.
Is this
That
the
we
real
have to
one?
guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
you
I
can
got some guesses.
Take some guesses, please.
It's the end credits theme song from Nightmare on Elm.
No.
Oh!
Okay, I got a strong feeling about this one. It's the theme from the Pacific Rim franchises. It's like the dinner now.
No.
That should be on mine. I think I'm going to change mine again.
I was just gonna say something Scooby-Doo.
All right. No. Although if I had found that zombie one, it may have been on here because I liked it. So here's the setting for you, and this is all in one place.
Again.
But there's not necessarily a story. This is just the music that's playing.
Okay, good. Yeah.
You're in the early 2000s. Horror movie. Maybe it's a rave in a cornfield. Who knows?
Dude, that's my fucking favorite party.
It's one of
I
these.
feel like you're just describing that scene from Freddy vs. Jason right now.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm just in that movie.
And it's all
Yeah.
LSD and you can't see what's happening and the glow sticks just flying through the air.
No.
Yeah, and
you're,
Freddy like taps you and you go flying into a tree.
That was Jason.
Whatever.
Yeah, dude.
They both. Okay. Whatever.
You're in this party. This is the music that's playing. Now, early 2000s horror liked their metal. So
No,
this
sure
is
did.
all metal music.
It's probably new metal, so it's the good stuff.
Like iron or...
Like NU metal. Oh,
So-
yeah. Nickel plated, you know.
Here's the first one.
This Motorhead.
This is Motorhead.
So you hear that break drum in the background?
Oh, here we go. Now I know this one.
That's right. It's Hellraiser by Motorhead.
Yeah.
A song they wrote for the movie Hellraiser,
Hellraiser.
not by Motorhead.
Hellboy.
Not
The
by-
movie,
Directed by some other dude.
yeah,
Directed
who was not Motorhead.
Produced and directed by Motorhead.
When I put
That's
something
What's
all
that
of
guy's
them.
name? The lead singer? He's
Of Motorhead?
Yeah.
I have no idea. In fact, I cannot name another Motorhead song. This is the only one.
No, there's the one in Black Ops.
Yeah, you idiot.
I don't know what one
Ace
it
of
is.
Spades, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is Motorhead.
Oh,
okay.
so sprayed. I do know that one.
I always thought that was Avenged Sevenfold, if I'm honest.
No.
Which one is that in, 2? That's in Black Ops 2.
No, that's
No,
3. Go Rod Crovey's intro.
Oh yeah,
snap,
it's
you're
Lenny.
right.
That's his name.
You're right.
Everybody calls him Lenny.
Lenny, hard metal as fuck.
Yeah, Lenny.
Oh, yeah.
So the next song that plays is this one, and Derek probably won't like it.
Who's this?
This
It's Rob Zombie.
is Rob Zombie.
Yeah, I'm not a big
I
Rob
knew it.
Zombie fan, but
You know, I'm not either, but this song right here is the intro music to
It's Bride of It's one of the Chuckies. It's Seed of Chucky.
It's Bride of Chucky.
Damn it!
You're fucked, Derek.
So that was the intro
I was
music.
so close.
Intro music to Bride of Chucky, Living Dead Girl. It's about zombies.
Written by Rob
Halloween.
Zombie.
Written by Rob Zombie.
There you go. The man, the myth, the
yeah, I wouldn't mind a couple of Rob Zombie songs, but I could never be like a big fan.
I mean, you're in a party in the 2000s. Early
Okay,
2000s.
well,
There's nothing else.
yeah.
What else are you
In
listening
that
to?
case, I'm a huge Rob Zombie.
All right, next one. One.
I can't.
It's just like Nickelback.
Oh
lost
shoot!
album.
I do know this song. What is this from?
I would assume you only know it because I play it a lot.
Oh really? Well
It's-
then never mind.
Off of the first Saw album, but it was not in the first Saw movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't recognize it in the movie.
Yeah. You Make
It
Me
was just
Feel So
inspired
Dead by Pitbull Daycare.
So it's just like inspired by the movie.
Yeah, it was just inspired by the movie. It was on there. I've listened to it quite a bit.
Tracks, you know.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that could be it.
The Saw movies have a lot of metal music just written for them.
Oh yeah,
Like every album, there's like
because
2
they're so
songs.
metal. Like
Linkin
just
Park
the-
was in it too, huh?
Yeah, Linkin Park.
really.
In
They were a
movie
bunch of
7, the
neo-Nazis.
entire band.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which
I fucking
one?
forgot about
Yeah,
that.
They were
7.
neo-Nazis and they get their like jaws and ripped off. And
Which one is that?
7.
It's 7.
Yeah.
They're in like the,
The
motor car or
technical.
something.
You'll get there.
the
You'll
Yeah.
see it
final
soon.
chapter. Yeah, you'll see it. Okay, next one. Derek will get this one
Weirdest band
instantly.
camp.
But it might be one of mine because I put one on. Never mind, it's not. This is a good one, but only
Yeah.
parts of it. Once it gets to the screamo stuff, I don't like it. But then it gets to the good stuff again. I like this.
Who's that?
That was the.
That is Il Nino.
It was
Nino.
the
Nino.
back in the early 2010s, late 2000s, early 2010s.
My prime, as I like to say.
when I was just discovering YouTube, that was the soundtrack to one of my favorite YouTube videos of all time, and it took me, once that video got taken down, probably because of copyright, it took me a solid 7 years to find it again.
Wow.
And
Now,
I
Derek,
found it
why is that on my playlist?
in
'Cause
the
it's
end
not because of
credits
that.
for Freddy vs. Jason,
There we go.
which is where I found it again.
That's
It was a great moment. I reconvened with an old song.
always a good feeling.
It is.
Hallelujah! I found it.
And you never know what to look
It's
for.
been years.
Yes. End
feel
credits
like
to
that
Freddy
all the
vs.
I
Jason.
know.
And last one breaks it a little bit. This is not about a movie, but everyone here will know this one.
There we go. There you go, Chris.
Yeah, someone made the reference. You see, it's not really complete unless Kyle screams Derek, fucking pick me up.
I'm down. I'm down.
That's right. 115.
It wasn't my fault he was so bad.
Kino Tertoin.
I'm going to the teleporter.
No, don't fucking take it yet.
You guys ready to back a punch? Oh, I gotta go.
I'm already gone. I already left.
Did you open that door?
So there you go. There's my Halloween metal mix.
Who's blue? You need to open the next door.
Who's blue? You have way too many points.
I've got 4 doors already. What the hell? I'm saving for the mystery
It
box.
was always Dalton. Dalton's always the one who has the too many points.
Did you turn the power up? Oh,
You're
man.
wrecking my train. You downed me. Start room is mine.
Oh my god. Good shit. Wow.
That's too good.
Good memories.
And then Kyle would always run his full nap train.
Get 2 zombies.
And then the zombies would drop off on the other
He'd
train.
dick over Chris when he ran through the start and me when he ran through the stage.
But I never went down because my train worked for me.
It worked because everyone else was dying because of me. Oh, that's good.
All right.
I can't top that, but mine, I don't have any idea where you're at when you're listening to these ones.
Well, let's take guesses. I think he
Yeah.
put 3 Death Note songs on there.
Scooby Doo again.
It's like a movie soundtrack, but no one can guess the name of it because it's just an ambient sound in the distance designed to creep you out or something.
All 3 of you are wrong.
Oh man.
He only put 2 Death Note songs on there, guys.
That's why.
Here's the first one. This is a good one to get warmed up to on Halloween night, I suppose. I don't know.
Is it the OP or OP2 for Death
OP is the good one. OP2 sucks.
Note?
This is your kids theme from Stranger Things.
Okay. I was I recognize
Yeah,
it.
It's
but
a
I
good
can't
one to start
tell.
the night out with.
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
Sets the mood. The next one. This is a real sexy song. This is when
Hell
you're getting
yeah.
sexy.
I like it.
You
Which
go
you
from just
often
walking
do.
around to fucking immediately?
You often get sexy, so this is the one you need.
Fright Night theme song.
It is the Fright Night.
Oh,
theme
is
song.
this when Freddy's raping that chick? This place?
There you go.
Okay, I like it.
Next one. I don't know if this is the right song because these next 2 I swapped out during the thing, so I haven't had a chance to proof listen to these to make sure they're correct, but we'll give it a shot. This one. I think this is kind of like, this is when the night's winding down. Things are ending here.
Friday the 13th Part 8.
It is Friday the 13th.
Wow.
Friday. Yeah, so this is a good one to end the night with. The next one continues that. It's a good...
Naturally, we have 3 more left.
Your night starts with 2 songs and it ends with 3 more.
So this one, you just combine my playlist with someone else's and it's perfect. So the next one, again, night's winding down here. This is a good
West
one.
Philadelphia, boring movies.
Do you know this one?
Is this the
Is
real
Ghostbusters 2
Is this
song?
the real Ghostbusters theme?
Which one? It's the real Ghostbusters theme?
It's Ghostbusters 2.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the good one, though. Because
No,
the
this
good
is the
one
good one.
goes, a Scooby fruit.
No, that is the bad one.
That's how it is the storm.
This is the good one. And this one's on the GTA radio. GTA 5 radio.
Oh, that's where I know this from.
I didn't know it was on there.
Recognize
Yeah.
that.
I like it.
This last one, it's
Real
not.
80s.
It doesn't fit the theme. But if
I
you
remember the scene that's from. It's when the guy gets hit by the ghost train and it's playing in the background like have to.
This next one, it's a character in and of itself, and there's really no Halloween night. You can have no Halloween night without this song,
Ghost Whisper.
assuming
shit.
you're familiar
Yeah.
with the movie. If you're familiar with the movie, there's never a complete Halloween night without this.
Is this the Slender Man theme?
No.
It's not the Slender Man theme.
This would be the theme to They Live.
It
Cult
is-
classic.
It is
And
the
it
theme
plays
that they live.
almost without stopping for the entire movie.
It's actually
It is
the only
just
song
like-
that plays.
It just goes down, 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 down. And then you get some of those like Indian whistles like yeah. But like for the full movie. Like that
doesn't
song's
stop.
going.
It's my
Takes you
favorite
right back to
character.
nostalgia.
Yeah, that's
I like
my
it.
list.
That was good.
It's an 80s list.
That was.
I feel like the theme seemed to be mostly with like picking the songs. It was all nostalgia. Kyle picks it purely based off the movies he liked, except for the last one.
Not necessarily true because
When you listen to it, you think of the movie though, right? And that's why you
Hellraiser.
picked it.
Yeah, movie.
yeah, I hate Hellraiser. Bride of Chucky is decent. Saw is good. Freddy vs. Jason I like, and then the last one's a Black Ops map.
Which means it's perfection.
I more picked them because I enjoy the songs and I thought they fit well together.
I picked mine because they're like 80s music. Initially, I did have a Death Note song on there, and the other one that I swapped out was the theme for The Shining because that's like the only song that's ever scared me in my life.
See, because then so my
That
horror
would have been a
movie,
good one. I should have thought of that.
my horror movie themes one that I did was Halloween 2, Nightmare on Elm Street, Saw, The Shining, and then the opening credit music to the first Child's Play movie. That would be 5 songs I picked because I particularly enjoy the movies.
You know what I just thought of now? Should have done the Psycho.
Just the
thing.
violins going like
When she's in the shower. Yeah, that would have been a good one. Seriously, it's a classic.
Got you good with that one, I
You're
guess.
gonna
Derek.
choke. Don't spit on the mic.
I'm just picturing like a re-edit of the scene when the shower,
Me just going
the shower curtain
re.
is ripped open. It's the least enthusiastic.
Someone must have like edited that though already. Like replaced the violin sounds with like the 4chan screech re. Yeah, that has to be something like this.
Alex, you introed. Go ahead and take us out.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for our.
I decided I want Chris to take us out of this one.
This is Vito. All right, guys, thanks for joining us here on the Low Budget Podcast. I hope you have an
Extremely low budget.
extremely low budget podcast.
Bill Burr owns the low budget podcast. Just kidding.
Trying to sell us to his competitors. Thank you all for joining us. I'm sure there's going to be some more spooktacular podcasts this Halloween, but if you don't hear from us again,
We're dead.
keep it spooky.
Keep it spooky. Catch you on the flippity. Bye. Well, hello. Congratulations. You made it to the end of the podcast episode. Whose playlist was your favorite playlist? If you were to make a 5-song Halloween playlist, what songs would you use? And what did you think about Venom? Put all this in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, we appreciate it, and click on screen now if you want to listen to any of our playlists start to finish. Thank you.